Good morning and welcome back to day 2 of our Universal Laws of Wealth. Today we're talking about oneness. And the question I ask, why is it so profound that we understand oneness? Why does that make such a big difference? Oftentimes when we think about the law of one is something that I feel is often taken lightly and or taken in a way that serves sometimes part of the time, right? We believe that we're one when it's things we like, but we separate ourselves from things that we judge as we don't like. And so we can't have it both ways. We can't be part-time one and part-time separate. It just means we're separate, right? We're not actually connected to oneness. And so this is really important. Anytime I talk to somebody who wants to increase their flow of wealth, and I want to get really specific, I'm actually going to talk about money today in today's conversation because I just want it to be really what I hope will be simple. Good morning. Good to see you. Oneness is all about being in our own um, quantum field, if you will. There's a macro version of oneness. There's a version of oneness where we understand it from a really abstract perspective. We're all one, we're all connected. But then there's a scientific understanding of, well, yes, we are. There's this thing called a quantum field. And in that quantum field, we are connected through biophotons and through all kinds of particles and waves and all of these things that connect us, and we create entanglement and all of these things. And so sometimes we get the perception that we're only connected to those we're entangled with, but that's not the truth. We're actually connected to everything. We are connected to everything. So that can feel really abstract, and therefore we don't take it as seriously. It's like, yeah, we're one, but we're having this individual experience. And so I need to play with separation or polarity in order to really, that's what I came here to experience. But there's a whole nother layer to oneness that we don't talk about as much, but it really matters when we're talking about the flow of wealth in any area of our life. Now, again, I'm going to speak about money, but this applies to everything. So you have inside of your body the ability to tap into any frequency that you want. Those frequencies are their own oneness stream. So they're actually connected and whole. So there's every stream related to a particular frequency is that stream. You can connect into it from anywhere in this world. So again, but all the frequencies are part of their own wholeness, right? So every frequency is part of the whole. But just like so imagine being on a shortwave radio where if you tune into a particular station, if you're like, okay, meet me on channel 4, when you meet on channel 4, anyone can access channel 4. Everyone has access to it. You just need the equipment to do it. Well, your body is the equipment, and you just decide which channel you want to connect to. And when you do that, you're connected to everyone that's connected to it. So, this is really important. This is a type of oneness that we can experience. So, oneness isn't just true in the macro, oneness is true in the micro. So, let's take money. You want to experience money. Well, money is the result of the flow of wealth, to the flow of value circulating. So when your value is circulating, when you're expressing who you are, you're aware of your value, you feel whole and one with your own value. When you're aligned and you flow with the world in that perspective and you are willing to share that, you can consciously tap into the flow of money. So you can tap into a circuit that is wealth. You can focus on the wealth of finances, the wealth of being able to experience more impact and value. You can create a specific vibrational stream. You can tap into it. You don't create it. You create your body alignment. So you tune your radio, your device, to be able to access the channel. And when you do, you tap into a flow of oneness. This is incredibly important. All you have to do is tap in. But you've got to tap in, and you have to understand that when you tap in, you just stay tapped in. And the flow of wealth is there, it already exists. To tap in is to recognize that your body is connected to it. Because you're one with everything, you're one with whatever stream you want. You're one with any of the streams of oneness you want to experience. So if you want to experience abundance of your value contribution of play, of adventure, whatever it is that you want the money for, the money will show up to be an expression of that. You just need to know exactly what stream you want to connect into and tune your body to it. It's an alignment. So becoming aware of that, it's much simpler than we make it. Oh, thank you. It's much simpler than we make it. By becoming aware of my wholeness, by becoming whole here, remembering that I'm one, that activates everything. When I believe that I'm separate, when I don't pay attention to my oneness, when I forget, when I let myself forget that I'm connected, then I ask questions like, how do I get more money? Or how do I get more clients or followers or friends? Or I start looking for the how to, which is an indication that I have forgotten my wholeness, that I haven't committed to be one. So the solution isn't figuring out how to go get it. The solution is, oh, I need to remember I have it. That's all I need. I need to remember that I am one. And so remembering I am one, I am part of the one, part of the wholeness. But for this conversation, we're talking about wealth. I'm also one with whatever stream of experience that I want. Do I want wealth of lack or do I want wealth of abundance? You can have either. You can experience both of them. But know that you're connected and know that you can specify. And this is where humans were given the superpower of choice, which you'll hear me say this entire time. The laws were intended to work with choice, but they were intended to be choices that become collaborative within those laws. So you can choose to deny oneness, which means whatever you choose to experience will be denied. Because that's how oneness works. You can't defy oneness. You can't choose to not be one. You can choose how to operate within the laws, but you can't choose which laws you work with. So if you choose separation, you choose to win, to be better, to be special, to find, whatever, to betray others, or to believe that you need to get some finite resource, the moment you do that, you deny oneness. If you choose to not prioritize remembering oneness, you're okay with feeling separate. That when you don't feel like you belong, when you don't feel like you're part of the community, when you don't feel like whatever, somebody said something and they don't want you there and you choose to not belong, the moment you do that, you separate yourself, and then the universe continues to honor that belief for you and create denial, but it denies all the things that you want. Because oneness is the only way. Oneness is the truth. So for me, oneness is the law that is above all else. If I remember that I'm one, all the other laws become easy. I am one. And what do I want to experience in the oneness today? What experience of oneness do I want to have? And if I don't choose a stream of oneness, then by default, I'm choosing to deny oneness. So by not choosing, I don't choose to remember I'm one today, then by doing so, I deny who I am, I deny the universe, and I deny myself the wealth and abundance that's available for me. So if you are wanting more money, remember that you are one with all of the frequencies that money loves to play with. And where do you want to play with money? What stream of experience? Do you want to play with money in an adventure? Do you want to play with money in an impact through your business? Do you want to play with money in a legacy project? Do you want to play with money in a party, a celebration? How do you want to play with it? Because that's the stream that money shows up with when you're engaged with the experience of moving it. It wants to move, it wants to dance, it wants to party, it wants to go from one place to another, it wants to stay in flow. It's the ultimate flow. So you can sort of skip to the head of the line here and not even think about what it is specifically you want money with. You can just decide to be in flow, decide to be one with flow, that your body can be in flow, that your life can be in flow, your thoughts can be in flow, your emotions can be in flow. You can choose flow. And when you do that, money will find you, because money needs flow in order to exist. If it doesn't flow, it stops existing. which is a whole nother conversation, which would people try to control by controlling the flow. They try to control money, but it doesn't work because money is committed to flow. It does not like to sit still. It doesn't like to be in one place. It likes to move. It likes to be with more people. And right now, there's a lot of people that are denying that flow, and money would love to meet you in that space. Money would be so excited to play with you in that space. So if you really feel into that, it's not just that you'd like to play with money. Money really wants to play with you. Money wants new outlets, new adventures. It wants to be with you. So you don't have to convince it. You don't have to be good enough. You don't have to, be honorable. You don't have to be, well liked. You don't have anything, but you do have to believe in your belonging to the oneness of it. Believe that you have flow. Believe that you can choose that. To believe that you're one with whatever frequency of experience you want, and then choose the experience. So that might feel like, how do I do that specifically? The reason that you're asking that is because you want to complicate it. You want to complicate it in some way of, I've got to do something. I've got to rearrange my house. I've got to, write something down 42 times. I've got it, whatever it is. All those things can be helpful, but really the simplest is to choose it. And where do you choose things? You choose things in your mind and your heart. You come into alignment with mind and heart. I'm going to be really specific about this, and I'm going to say it in as many ways as I can to really help you feel and see that, so that you'll be willing to experience it within you, that the only thing you need to do is choose. And then the other laws will begin to show themselves to you, and it will get clearer and easier and simpler as you go along. At first, it might feel like, wait a minute, I'm missing this, and why is this happening? And you might have questions that take you away from the oneness. But every law and every conversation we have is to bring you back to the oneness. That you are not separate from what you want. You just haven't chose the experience of it. Very specifically, the choice. You've wanted it. You've hoped for it. You've longed for it. You've wondered if you were good enough. You've tried to fix your way there. You've tried to correct things. You've tried to edit all the ways you feel separate. But if you're not experiencing flow in an area of your life, it's because you haven't chosen it. And I know that can be like, wait a minute, that seems cruel. No, I'm loving you so much by saying that. You haven't fully chosen it. Choose it. Decide that today is the day that you are one with it. I choose to be one with wealth. I choose to be one with money. I choose to be one with love. I choose to be one. I choose to show up and experience that. Right? Absolutely. Yeah. How many times can I say that? Love the mind, mind the heart. They must be together. They must be unified. You must be one, and then decide what your oneness wants to experience, which aspects of the oneness you want to play with. That's what you get to do in this world. You aren't experiencing this world as the all-encompassing one. You're experiencing this world as a focused part of the one. Be aware that you're all of it, but know that you came here to focus. You came here to focus on being an experience of the one. And in order to do that, focus requires choice. So the law of one is, it's everything. It's absolutely everything. And if it's not your top priority, or that doesn't feel accessible all the time, that's where you begin. How can I choose to remember my oneness every day? Can that be possible for you? Can it be possible to really surrender to that? And I'm going to be using language throughout the series to really point back to everything. Every single characteristic that you want to develop is about being whole. Everyone, every single character. They're all about being one. So I'll leave it there. My internet wants to jump around a little bit. So hopefully you've heard all of that and we've been able to stay connected. Loving you guys. And we'll see you for number 3 tomorrow. Bye for now.